point for the last few seconds there, but it's not going to be enough as once again, Mots and Fitzy are pushing back into it. So rotations are now strong point here as we need to see which team can really get control of this second hard point.
I guess we'll just have to find out the hard way. As we're going to jump on board with George right here, as he's over on green, but unfortunately just wasn't able to take down that player. I believe that was actually Vilesider who took him down. Now Vilesider actually goes to push through the back, but he'll get taken down. In return, Kaza is holding this hard point now. He's got his couple of teammates around him, as you can see, with COD Vision and the minimap. And the CI side, they don't really, they're pushing forward to, sort of more passively. And now you see them just waiting for their teammates. They're collectively going through, but Kaza does take down one. He takes down this, his teammate takes down the second one, and it was aiming up a third. Now his teammates pushed on forward, and you saw that was George there actually picked off a double kill before Hysteria shut him down. But with only 22 seconds remaining, this might not be the best hard point for CI to actually continue down pushing. Regardless, though, it'll win it down and you know, get that play that was giving them so much grief, but Carry Me was just able to pick off that double kill and really get those last remaining points for themselves. You see now, in 6 seconds, it's going to rotate to the other side of the map. Both teams are now already trying to fight for that possession over at the back of, I believe it is the car park going up next. And yes, it is. Kaza already there, and he's ready to just melt people like he was previously. I mean, he's going 12-3.
Yeah, starting off very strong there, and George and Carry Me trying to make some plays here on this hard point. It is contested with him and Vilesider, so they just want to get the control there, staying contested, but finally, Cruelty able to take that one. So they need to work their way back into this one, as with that previous hard point, Abnormal was able to make a pretty commanding lead on that one. So Vilesider trying to get some kills in here, defend his teammate Mots, as he just does not want anything to get past him into this hard point here at the back of the garage, as you said before. But so much pressure coming in from Abnormal that I'm not sure whether they're going to be able to hold it out for much longer.
I mean, I'm just looking at between the, you know, both teams really rather in this actual match, and you see the overall scoreline really reflecting the kills in this game as well. It's 80 points to 47 at the moment. I mean, we have only seen really 3 minutes. This is the 4th minute we're now entering into of this map, and really the control has been going more one-sided. However, I really wouldn't put it past CI to really catch back up. And I mean, there's a brilliant display there by both Vilesider and Fitzy. Vilesider picking off that double kill to push on in over the hard point and start getting a couple more points back to get back into this game. Now we're on board with Mots, as he actually did have a couple of players push straight past him, but he was stunned, so it didn't exactly register that they were opposition players. Now you do have Fitzy now trying to just defend this one, as his teammates do die in the hill along with himself. But Kaza, can he take it down? I believe it is Hysteria there. No, he can't. Carry Me. He's in it though, as both players actually try to push on forward. I believe that was one of the CI players who pushed on forward with a knife to try and get a knife kill, maybe ran out of ammo. Regardless, it's just a cluster point here in this hard point, and 10 seconds left. I really think that a lot of this hill time was really spent in a contest rather than any team having a solid setup.
Yeah, that was the case for a second there, but George able to pick off the last couple of kills there on the Cruelty Incarnate squad. So his team was able to take control in the last remaining seconds, but everyone on Abnormal is just going completely off. You can see all these kills here. Kaza and George with 16 and 15 respectively. Oh. They are just doing so well together, and I don't really know what Cruelty are going to be able to do to get back into this one. There was a 3 down there for a second, so there is a lot of teamwork that needs to be done here if they plan on coming back into this one. As you said, that previous hardpoint wasn't really in control of any one squad, but right now, Abnormal holding this one down with so much force. Cruelty Incarnate have a long way to go if they want to get back into this one.
That they do, and they really need to start heading on into these points and stopping the team of Abnormal from getting any points as well. I mean, they're currently in the school, and 10 seconds left. They're still going to contest. They're not really setting up for these next ones. I mean, some of their players are trying to get in those positions, but you had 1 or 2 that pushed on in, trying to go for those kills. And I mean, you saw right there, Rosie was able to pick off Mots. He was able to pick off Fitzy, and he's going to take down Vilesider as well. But those second and third kills really just shouldn't have happened from the CI guys. They should have played it a bit more smarter to get that setup going on. But you got to keep in mind as well that in hardpoint, it's all fast paced. You're all trying to get that position in the spur of the moment, and sometimes it's hard to just get those perfect setups, as can be proven by Abnormal. He's just able to really tear through any setup that the CI guys have currently shown. Regardless, we're going to be still having this kill feed constantly just lighting up with kills, and you know, at the moment we have Hysteria holding this hard point.
Yeah, I just want a quick highlight there on Rawsy.
Go!
Played some absolutely amazing shots there. Not able to take down the Cruelty squad to pick up this middle hard point here, but still in the lead is abnormal, and they do have a long way to go here, Cruelty. I mean, Vilesider needs to pick up his slaying game, Fitzy especially, with only 11 kills to himself, whereas you look at the other side of the scoreboard and you see players with over 20 kills. So I find the slaying power of Abnormal to be abnormal compared to that of Cruelty Incarnate so far in this hard point. Ooh. But I mean, there still are 3.5 seconds remaining, so there is a lot of time left with only 60 points down, where Cruelty Incarnate can make that comeback. They just need to really put themselves in a good defensive position once they get onto that hard point. But right now, it's all abnormal.
Yeah, at the moment, it really just seems to be reflecting that scoreline that we see ahead of us, 190 points to 113. Now, there is still 3 minutes 15 left in the game and 20 seconds remaining in this hard point, but they are still trying to contest over on this green side, and you have Fitzy getting taken down there by Rawsy, as you saw on his screen. Vilesider getting tagged, but no, he's going to get shot through the wall and taken down. Now, with 8 seconds left, of course, going to rotate back over to the car park. We're going to swap over to the CI team to see if they can actually get a couple of players in there early to try and set up. Now Vilesider is there, he's going to take down one, he's going to take down the second one as well. He's going to get first control of the hard point, but he will die almost instantly after he does so. Now I just wanted to know, just swapping between these players, and I'm seeing a lot of stims, and one player that's actually not rocking the stim but also rocking the overclock, but a lot of also dual exo abilities coming out of the team of Abnormal.
Yeah, that's certainly the case here, but I'm looking at Fitzy, he's running mute. Running exo mute. Like, I don't know what's up with that one. I mean, as you said before, this kill feed is just lighting up consistently. There is no one time where I can say that any player has really been stealthy enough to get around behind enemy lines and try and push a capture there onto the hard point, trying to contest it. But in the last minute and a half, we've seen 1 point come out of abnormal. Sorry. There is a lot of work to go with only 7 points remaining for Cruelty Incarnate only have 1 or so points. Abnormal, they only have 7 points remaining before they take this one out with 1 minute 50 remaining. That's not much work to do, you would have thought, with the rate that they're going. I mean, at the moment, Fitzy trying to hold down this hard point here, doing a lot of work, no one contesting it until now, but it is just so hard. If they want to come back into this one, CI are going to have to do a lot of work. With, as I said, only those 6 points remaining for Abnormal.
I mean, you got to keep in mind that there is only 90 seconds left in the game. Unfortunately, it just isn't mathematically possible for them to catch back up into this map itself. It's just a little bit too far gone, but every point will count to try and make it just that much closer of a final scoreline. Now, you're going to be seeing the the Cruelty Incarnate guys, formerly the Avant squad, just trying to just contest this actual hard point itself, but I think one thing that we have seen from the Abnormal team really is just that they just don't want to die. They're going to rush a hard point. They're going to just outslay in said hard point and then just be able to get that majority point control at the end of it, allowing to actually hit them the score limit. 250 points they hit, and they made it against 160 of CI's points. And they're going to take out map number 1 in this best of 3 series, but I mean, let's just take a moment and reflect on that map. We had 33 kills for Kazza. We had 33 kills for Karami. We had 30 kills for George. We had 31 for Rawsy. We had 30 for Hysteria as well, but I mean, all 4 players hitting the 30 bomb mark there. I really think that speaks for itself.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, you look at Fitzy there, only 17. I mean, he pretty much just did not put enough effort into the slaying, and that's where you see every single player of Cruelty Incarnate go negative for that hard point there, which, I mean, that's something that they need to work on, I guess, going into the further respawn game modes, is that slaying, because if you can't get that slaying down pat, you have no chance of getting onto the objective and making those scores.
Yeah, and I think by the end result, it sort of was a, I think more around the halfway point, really, when they actually started pulling away. That was, their opportunity, and they executed it perfectly. They were able to push on through, and they were able to take that win, as we mentioned. Now, we are going to be going on soon, hopefully, with map number 2. I believe we might be sticking on the same host. It will be an uplink, and it will be a biolab. So uplink is personally one of my favorite game types to watch and cast over. Of course, you may know we're not going to a break either. We'll talk about this map leading on forward. And I do apologize, actually, just wanted to know quickly if the stream did drop. Apparently, Twitch just likes chucking me off whenever it feels like it. But yeah, biolab on uplink biolab coming up next, and biolab maybe not my favorite map to play uplink on particularly, but overall it's going to be an interesting one with the uplink game type itself. I'm interested to see how these teams that played so aggressively on the hardpoint, how they're going to adapt to this uplink where they have a little bit more of a portable OBJ, so to speak, in trying to get those captures and that droid really into that position.
Yeah, look, you say that Abnormal really played aggressively, as you said, and this map being one of the larger uplink maps, it's going to be interesting to see which team can really get that hard point, or not that hard, but what I was saying, that teamwork, I meant to say there, down pat to the point where they can really protect the player who has that uplink. But we are going to get a restart here. It seems that some of the settings might have been warped there. I wasn't in broadcaster mode. I'm not sure about you, Myksta, but we're just going to get into this restart here as George makes a few team kills to play the problem.
It's actually really fortunate for me because I didn't actually die, and I actually topped the ball there that you can't actually see on stream because I did stop the overlay. But either eSports mode wasn't on, or it just didn't seem to like us going into broadcaster mode. But I'm pretty sure it is the first option there specifically once it lets us swap over. So there you go. It seems to be all good, hopefully, to start up with the second time around. But be sure, of course, to tweet at the stream and join the conversation using the hashtag CGAWACS over on Twitter, of course, just tweeting at the stream link or just posting on any social media that you seem to use, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or any forums that you do seem to use as well. But we're loading up now into biolab on uplink, hopefully for the final time to get this game underway. Overlays will swap back on over. I do need to update that scoreboard, but it is currently 1-0 to Abnormal as Cruelty Incarnate really need to be hoping that they're a good uplink squad.
Yeah, well, I really want to see what they can produce after that that mishap with the hardlink. But from what I know of these players, they are a very good squad in terms of their ability to work really well as a team and to protect each other. I mean, watching them in that last map, you wouldn't be so certain, but if history repeats itself, and I'm hoping it will, we're going to see a much better Cruelty squad going into this one. But once again, going back to the sheer slaying power and aggression of Abnormal, we're seeing that again as they're all making really quick pushes towards the uplink satellite.
That they are. I was on board with Karami, but he did get taken down. Swapping over to Kaza as he was looking over into the mid connections. Now, he's going to be looking over at the ball spawn point. He gets a couple of shots on Hysteria. He will fall shortly after. And it does seem like the CI team will be trying to push on forward to get this first control of the ball. Now, Varsada will get that first touch as he's looking over into the open area to see if anyone's in a position for him to maybe pass the ball over into. Now, he's going to chuck the ball over into the roof and really just let it time out there. Of course, the position that he did throw it in won't allow anyone to go up there to pick it up, and we really just have to wait for the ball to time out. They're getting set up for it. Cruelty Incarnate. I think this could be one of their back pocket strategies in terms of what to do in these sort of situations.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. The teamwork being used here. Vile trying to get his team to cover him. Not going to happen, as Abnormal are going to get a 4 down there on that team. So, looking at this one so far, the strats are coming out of Cruelty Incarnate, but Abnormal just with that killing power again. 3 down then for them though. George trying to make something happen, not going to work out for him because the Cruelty Incarnate squad just have him covered at that moment. Mott's trying to make a run on the left side of the map, gonna juke a player there, manages to do so and get that support from his team, gets the hit with the satellite, but it's not going to be enough as Hysteria takes it. Is he going to get the first score for the game? Misses. Oh no, he gets it! So that is the first score going down for Cruelty Incarnate, and that's that teamwork I was talking about.
Yeah, he just barely nicked the end there for that 2-point score, but he was able to get it in. That's what really counts. And you did notice that at the end, the opportunity to actually be able to go on down and get that point capture was the fact that they managed to get a team down as well. So those kills really did come down to it. Now already they were able to recapture the ball and just push on forward. Vilesider on your screen, the ball in hand. He's waiting, was hoping rather, for his team to pick off those kills, but they weren't able to do so. They did get taken down, but he's going to do it himself. One-man army at the moment as he did pick off that first kill. Now the ball does get thrown outside of the map, so it's now going to reset. Vilesider is already back on point to go ahead and pick this ball up. His teammates, though, this time in a better position to try and cover him. 2 players do fall from the hands of Mots and Hysteria as Vilesider is going to be running through the surrounding buildings to try and get this capture in. One's going to be on the rooftop watching him, though, over at their defensive side. Abnormal. Vilesider, can he get this one in? One player's going to see him. He's going to duck over into the bushes and hide it out. Yellow has been dropped, though, so he's going to use that as cover. Will he go for the throw? No, he's going to go upstairs and try and just go let his teammates really have that cover. He's going to pass the ball, and unfortunately he wasn't able to actually go in for that cap hysteria for the relay, but you know, Vilesider was able to get it in the end, and it was a nice play there by the Cruelty Incarnate side, simply from the fact that Vilesider was able to hold on to the ball, he was able to play it smart, and then he was able to get the points at the end.
Yeah, his intelligence there to pass the ball to Hysteria and make a run and then try and get a bit of an alley-oop, if you will, was just the perfect strategy there. The ball does time out at that moment, so the Cruelty Incarnate squad currently up with 4-0 in favour of them, but they're going to be looking to try and increase that lead. Hysteria currently picking up that satellite, going to go for this standardized play here. It looks like a bit of a strategy that they've got going on here on this map, but it's working so well for them. Going for the throw there, going to make it count, and that is going to be 5-0. There was an attempt at a rejection there from Rawsy, but just not going to happen, so that ball reset now. It's up to Abnormal to really bring this back, because Cruelty Incarnate have just done everything right. I mean, Vilesider and Hysteria have worked perfectly together. Nothing they have done has really gone wrong, except for when there was that 4 down. So if you disregard that, everything that they have played has been played perfectly. And the throw missed there by Kazar. That is going to be painful.
It really has to be. Karami trying to just pick off a couple of kills over on the side. He will fail at that, as George right here missed a couple of shots there on Fitzy, but he was able to get it in the end. Now the ball has been picked up by Vilesider as he's going to push through. The gas containers will take down George, as Kazza does also fall by Hysteria. Now Vilesider just trying to run this one in for the final mile. He's getting shot at. He did try to go in for a sneaky throw at the end, but he wasn't able to, and Hysteria is actually going to be running around to pick up this ball and go on in from below, and he will be able to get those points, making it 7-0. Now I did mention at the beginning of this half that the team of Cruelty Incarnate better hope that they are a good uplink squad, and it really seems that they have delivered in this game type. They're leading 7-0 at the half's end. It was a little bit of an ambitious throw there. Vilesider's going to pick it up. That was more of a pass, but he wasn't able to get it in. He was at the end. I thought that was just a Hail Mary throw, but that was set up perfectly. They'll try to go for that, and a split second more, and he would have got it.
Yeah, Vilesider there, suspended in midair once the timer ran out there, so unfortunate for him, not able to get that cap in. But what a half we've seen here. A completely new Cruelty Incarnate that I was talking about before. They've just come guns blazing, and also just teamwork down pat with those plays from Hysteria and Vilesider. I was trying to mix their names there for a second. I don't know what that was. But Vilesider and Hysteria are just working absolutely perfectly together. I am loving what they're doing here. Abnormal, sorry. I was trying to say absolute. I don't know where that came from either. But Abnormal. They really need to work on that all of a sudden. It seems like we've seen a complete shift in the momentum from these two teams. The kills are coming out of Cruelty Incarnate. The objective work is coming out from Cruelty Incarnate. The teamwork is coming out from Cruelty Incarnate. And all of a sudden, Abnormal have such a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this one.
That being said, they had a couple of nice plays for them to really make something happen, but it does seem like the Cruelty Incarnate side has been able to reclaim the ball. Now, we do have Mots on your screen. He's going to go for the long throw. Will he be able to get it in? That's the question. And I don't think he did, but I really can't be sure. He did. Okay.
It did. Yeah.
It didn't actually pop up on the red icon that he scored, but, you know, who needs to look at scoreboards nowadays? I mean, either way, they're able to get... I mean, this team has to have been just practicing those throws. Like, that's impossible to just do out of luck. That's just some grinding and some strategy right there.
Yeah, and that's what I love about these players. They are so dedicated to the sport, so dedicated to the game, and that's what makes them some of the most entertaining when it comes to LAN. They have those strategies just down pat, and even watching them online is just as much fun. I mean, right now, Abnormal need to make some passes like Valsada and Hysteria have been doing together. Really get back into this one. This ball is sort of contested at the moment, but still, CI making the most of it. Really, at the moment, it comes down to those defensive plays from Abnormal to be able to stop CI in their tracks and try and get back into it, I guess that way. Trying to pick up their killing is one part. Mots, what a slayer so far. Still 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second half here, and he has got 28 kills. Like, that is a complete shift from the last map. I'm speechless about this, I guess, all of a sudden reformed Cruelty Incarnate, but their uplink game is on point.
He's just being able to pick off these tags, pick off these kills. He knows exactly where to aim. He knows exactly where to pre-shoot. He knows exactly what to do at all the right times, and he's just being able to pick off either a kill or an assist at every play that he makes. Now, he finally gets taken down at 31 kills to 15 deaths. Stereo also drops, so the ball is taken down, but this time picked up by Karami. Now, he's going to try and rotate over, but one thing you also got to note that currently the team of Abnormal haven't got any points on the board. They are losing 8-0 with 2 minutes remaining. They need to start giving these points on the board. The long throw will go out there from Karami. He will miss, it will bounce, but he will go back into play, so he'll jump on in and get finally 2 points for his team there. Now, with those 2 points captured, they also have 2 minutes remaining to get 6 more points to either catch back up, force an overtime, or get 1 more after that and get a victory here. But we'll see how that will play out. 3 players from Cruelty Incarnate will fall as the ball will get picked up there by Georgia on board with Hysteria as he does spot the ball carrier. We'll try to get a couple of shots in that armor. Prevailing though as he wraps around the corner. Second player is there. He will take it down. Yellow has dropped though as the ball has gone over. Long throw but bounced back off Yellow, I do believe. Mots does pick it up and he's going to be running on down into the bomb room. He's going to turn around and just whack him straight in the face with the ball, and that's going to hurt when he wakes up in the morning.
It certainly is, and you know there's going to have to be some miracle performed by Abnormal if they want to get back into this one. The passing from Mots there into Valsada. It's a 3 down for CI, but it's going to be enough for Valsada to go through for another 2 points here. It is just getting out of hand for Abnormal. I'm really not seeing enough from them to be able to get it back into this one. It is going to take a sheer miracle, and I mean it is possible time-wise, I believe. But it's going to be an absolute miracle.
They're going to be going in for these points Abnormal as they manage to get their total point count to 4 points. Now, the ball has reset, of course, after that capture, and Rawsy is actually there trying to pick it up, but he does actually jump over the ball, not being able to actually pick that one up. Now, he will take down the kill there on Hysteria, as he'll now pick this one up, and he's looking for his teammate to throw it to, but he will get taken down before he can have that opportunity. Now, Kaza is there. He doesn't know exactly where Mots was, but he was able to pick off the kill. Anyways, Fitzy does take him down in the end. Now, where is the ball? Ball is still next to where it actually spawns, as George was able to push on down, pick it up, and sort of rely on his teammates to really clear the way. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do so. Rawsy does pick that one up. Now 15 seconds left. Of course, not enough time remaining to actually catch back up, but we'll see if they can get that final point. The ball whacks and missing, unfortunately, with that melee. But Mots, can he get that final second play? No, he won't. It does seem like the final scoreline will be 10 points to 4, and that's going to even up the scoreline here at 1-1. We're going into an S&D.
Certainly are, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the final kill there was a team kill. I'm not sure about that one, but we'll see. I think it was a team kill. That is ridiculous. Come on, Hysteria. Anyway, but yeah, as you said, we are going to be going into the Search and Destroy, but I just want to point out Mots here. Poking the 40 bomb, yes, but still, that is 39 kills. What an absolute monster in that uplink there. I mean, you, like, cannot deny that Cruelty Incarnate is a top squad for uplink, or like just turning the map around like that, or turning the series around like that, is something that not many teams are able to do when they get quite heavily defeated in a hard point. So massive shout out to those guys. Going to Search and Destroy, I'm really excited.
So am I, and it is going to be a Search and Destroy on Solar, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, these players will hopefully be trying to get this one up on the right game type this time. But, preferably the right game type. But I just wanted to note that, you know, he did go really, really well with 39 kills, but he choked the 40 bomb. And I think that really needs to be the highlight here because of the fact that we can just pick on him after for it. But I also just, you know, wanted to sort of note on the actual spread of points here in this in that uplink game. You had Volsider on 4 points. He was able to run those in. Hysteria, he ran 2 in, plus he got a 1-point throw that we did see from a more, I believe it was around 15 meters away. But Mott's, his 1 point of the game was that throw over green, if you recall. I believe that was Mott's, and he was able to get that one in. And you know, that was a huge play for him. Whereas the team of Abnormal, they were able to get 2 separate goals in, Karami and Kaza, and they were able to run it in themselves as well. So overall, you know, these two teams have their work cut out for them for this search and destroy. I really, really am excited to see how this one pans out. But Milboss, who do you think it's going to go down to? There can only be one winner. Who do you think is going to take out this search and destroy, and what round count do you really think it's going to be?
Well, look, if I was of Asian, I could gamble. I'd put my money on Cruelty Incarnate, to be honest. I mean, turning the series around, like I said, they really... I'm not sure. I don't want to say momentum, because you would have thought that Abnormal would have had the momentum going to the uplink, but that clearly wasn't the case. But I think it more comes down to their experience as a team. They are amazing players, and as much as the slaying didn't come out in that first map, and then all of a sudden it did in the second map, I think that teamwork, the fact that they know each other, how each other plays so well, I really want to put my bets on Cruelty Incarnate for the Search and Destroy. So I am looking forward to seeing who really puts in the objective work for that one. I mean, it's not so much just about planting the bomb, but defending that bomb once it's down. That's going to be one of the defining factors, I think, going into the Search and Destroy. So yeah, for me, it's Cruelty Incarnate.
I guess we'll just have to see how it all pans out in the end. Of course, still waiting on these teams to start on up. I personally believe it's going to be a close one. I'm not exactly sure, you know, who I see actually taking this one out, because of course it is going to be a different variable here in this series, because we've had Respawn so far. We had one team do really, really good in Hardpoint, one team do exceptionally good over in the uplink, and now it's you know, the old school. But I do think that Cruelty Incarnate have a little bit more of the experience playing Search and Destroy, especially with their years experience underneath their belt, and that could really help them in this overall next map coming on up, of course. But I guess we'll just have to see how it really pans out. But Milboss, I got to ask you this. You know, we've got this match, and then we've got our next match parallel to this, actually. Integral Rebellion taking on the Faction AU as we speak. And, you know, the winners will play the winners, losers will play losers. But, you know, who out of those 4 teams, I mean, it still is anyone's game, of course, since this game isn't over and their game isn't over either. But, you know, who you tip in actually come out on top at the end of this competition? And normally we ask these questions at the beginning, but, you know, we've got some downtime, so we might as well ask them now.
Look, being part of Integral, of course, I want to say them, but I mean, the Faction is a formidable squad. It's going to be a tough game for them, so I'm not sure what the score is at the moment. I could probably check up on that one, but really, I think the way it's going, if Cruelty Incarnate win this one, and I'm just gonna put a stab saying that Rebellion will win the other semi-final. I really don't know. I think it's going to be a tight series. No matter who wins the other game, I think it's going to be a tight series if they're coming up against Cruelty Incarnate, because with their experience together and everything like that, it could play a massive factor. Look, I really, of course, want to say that Rebellion will come out on top, but I think Cruelty Incarnate, if they win this one, are possibly, most likely, in my mind, going to take out the whole midweek.
We'll just have to find out how that will actually play out in the end. Of course, we do apologise once again for the delay. We do have one of the players in broadcaster mode as well. But I guess we'll just have to really wait and find out. Of course, I didn't really want to go to a bit of a break, but I guess we are forced to, as these players just aren't ready for this map to begin. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back with you soon. Don't go anywhere. This is the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series, midweek number 5, semi-final matchup between Cruelty Incarnate and Abnormal.
clock keeps moving, but everything that we change still stays the same. I'll disappear any day now. Is this your doing? Gravity's
Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what really was a 5-second intermission as we loaded up that map. These players are ready to go on the final map here in the series, Search and Destroy on Solar. We do have the attacking team, Cruelty Incarnate, with the bomb in hand. Volsider pushing over to this B bomb side. COD Vision on for you all as he's looking to really want to push a bit aggressively here over on the Search and Destroy. Of course, there is quite a few players congesting over on the L as you do actually have a couple of shots in the back. 3 players, 4 players all drop there from Cruelty Incarnate, and we do have the team of Abnormal taking out that round, making it 1-0 in favour of them. Of course, this is map 3. This is the deciding map for this series to determine who goes into that grand final, who is forced to play the 3rd place tiebreaker match. And you see Rawsy here, I mean, he was able to pick off those kills, 2 kills right there. Double kill first on Volsider as well, and then you saw Hysteria drop over in the background over on the L. So it really was a quick opening round for Abnormal, and it was a really great start for them. We'll have to see how they'll answer on the attacking round though. I'm going to jump on board with Rawsy to see how he might possibly make this play on the attack, because he was able to pick off those 2 kills as we saw in that round in the kill cam in the previous round, but it does seem he's going to be playing a bit more defensive, watching that flank. So we'll swap on back on over to the bomb carrier. Kaza is going to be looking over into the mid side of the map, now pushing over to this B side. Of course, you can see the blue team, the blue players outlined through COD Vision is the Cruelty Incarnate. Red is the team of Abnormal. We had shots over onto the bomb. We do have the player missing a couple of shots. Fitzy and Volsider both do drop as Hysteria takes down Rawsy. He will jump over to the top there. He will also fall. So now it's up to Mott's, last alive in a 1v2 situation up against the bomb carrier and Kaza. And George right here needs to turn to his right. He will see that one player and he will be able to take him down. There's the second one. No, he just stopped shooting for some reason. I don't know why he would have done that. But
wow,
he did, and I want to see how this looks in the round in the kill cam, because you just see him there. He just stopped.
Yeah, it looked like he just stopped there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it was just because of the drop shot animation or something, or he ran out of bullets or something. Or, I don't know. That was a little bit strange there, but that is going to be 2 rounds in favour of Abnormal. So starting this off, they're going pretty strong, which is nice to see from them turning it around. I mean, Kazar hasn't died yet, which is good for him. Varsider with the bomb are going to be making a push around this right side towards B bomb site, getting shots from behind, going to drop there as 2 down currently for Cruelty Incarnate. And we're going to see Kazar with 5-1. As I say that, however, he does get taken down from in front. So Fitzy trying to clean up the squad of Abnormal as quickly as possible so his team can get back on that bomb and then plant it. Now, back to a 2v2 situation. Odds are even.
That they are, and I mean, of course, they do need to go ahead and pick up that bomb in return. Fitzy going to be the last one alive, though, in a 1v2 situation. Let's see if he can do what his teammate couldn't the first time. Now, he's able to pick off that first kill. So, once again, a 1v1 situation is upon us. It's Fitzy taking on George right here. They're really running over into to similar pathways here, and I guess XO really is helpful in this one. I mean, in Search and Destroy, it definitely is, but luckily George wasn't able to poke that and see just he did the moment after, but he just couldn't do it the moment that it was needed. The bomb will get picked up though by Fitzy. Will he try to go over to this B side? Of course, you do have George actually going to be checking this one, and he does get the starting of the plant going strong. He's going to be peeking that, and there you go. He's going to take out the round. It's so far flawless for the team of Abnormal. They're halfway there. They're leading 3-0, and I mean, you got this round in the kill cam. I was able to check that. We saw it on the minimap as well. We were just cycling down, and he was checking. He checked a bit of A, I believe, and then he rotated back over, and then he checked. Then he checked the B side, and he was just able to do things very quickly and get the round for his team, which is really the important part.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I mean, that was a perfect situation for both players to really show up, but unfortunately Fitzy just made the wrong play at the wrong time, which is always the case in Call of Duty. But I mean, it is really looking to be in favour of Abnormal this one. I mean, after such a massive show from Cruelty, Abnormal are definitely doing some nice work, because are still with the most kills of the game. Varsider yet to make a kill there, but Mott's able to get rid of Jeremy, and Rawsy returning with the kill of Fitzy, and now Hysteria down. So it's a 2v3 situation in favour of Abnormal. I mean, it seems like this game so far is in favor of Abnormal, but what I want to see is a massive comeback, and that would be amazing. But, you know, it's going to be difficult. Varsider still going down. Only one kill to his name. Mots versus Kazar and George. That is going to be a difficult 1v2 situation. But just before I end there, a quick update from the other semi-final. I believe they are just restarting the game because both sides were getting DDoSed. So it's back to 1v1.
It is, and let's see if we'll be able to win. We did see be able to take down the 1v2. Nicely played. And we're going to see to this round in a kill cam those final moments. Mots on your screens once again. We saw it live, and there you go. He turned around and was able to just put lead into his chest and a little bit in the groin area, but he was able to take it and dish it back straight out, putting their first round on the board. You wanted a comeback. We might tell you what happened just yet. We're going to be seeing them on the attacking round. This next round is crucial for them to really make some plays. Let's see Mots. I want to stick on board with him. He's going 4-3, top of the board for his team as well as they're pushing over to this B side. They've already pushed the aggressive players over. I believe that is Valside is pushing aggressively. Not sure if he realizes he has the bomb or not. He should as a regular bomb planner. But there you go. I mean, their team was just able to wipe out 2 players quite easily. You know, you're having, I believe that is Rosie over in the pipe. Kaza just looking through the platform there. The bomb has been planted, so we have seen our second bomb plant of the map so far. Kaza and Rosie really needed their work. We'll make that just Rosie really have their work cut out for him, and he's dead. So no one's got work cut out for anyone because that is 3-2. We're about to see the round in kill game.
Yeah, we certainly are. I've been stuck on. I don't know who I was stuck on. I think it was Hysteria for that round because of the broadcaster mode glitch there. But Rosie just not able to do so. Did not know where Hysteria was at that point in time. So good setup there defensively from CI, making the necessary plays, making the necessary position adjustments there, and they're bringing this one back ever so slowly. I mean, as I said before, and you mentioned, that if there's a comeback, it could be amazing. But and I definitely want to say that as I've stated, it's gonna be difficult, but it seems possible.
It does, but yeah, on the other hand, Abnormal are pushing a very aggressive plant here over on this B bomb side. Now we do have one player getting dropped off early. The bomb has been planted though, as it is a 3v3 situation. We had shots going over on platform. We did have Rosie being able to pick off that kill. Hysteria is the last one alive. He actually managed to pick off one, but he will get taken down as he goes into the landing for the back platform, and that's going to make it 4-2. Now these are desperate rounds coming out of the team of Abnormal because, you know, Cruelty Incarnate, sorry, they really need to start getting some rounds. They don't want to let Abnormal get into that 5th round mark. Even though a comeback is possible after that stage, it's just relying it too tough for them to possibly have to maybe get, say, 4 rounds instead of the 1 that the team of Abnormal would need to get. Of course, this is the deciding factor to determine who gets into the grand final or not. So we'll see how it plays out next. Valsider with the bomb. You got Hysteria, I believe, running on point. No, that is not, I believe. Swapping over quickly. That is going to be Mots. He's going to be checking over through the line. You got Valsider pushing on forward over into the glass. He sees 3 players, possibly. Did see at least 2. And he'll actually back on down, but they do need to be careful, of course, on the flank. He's actually going to start playing this bomb. Manages to duck out in cover in time, and he sees the player. He's going to chuck out the nade first. He stuns it, but he will get taken down. As you do have, that was Hysteria. Actually checked that corner. He actually picked off 2 kills before getting taken down. And now you have Fitzy looking over to clean up that last player. Fitzy and Mots looking to clean up that last player of Kaza. And there you go. They were to take it out. A little bit too close for comfort, especially with that flank, but they're able to get it done. And I guess the round win is really all that matters.
Certainly is, and I mean, you see this, like, that aggressive push there, and so much gunfire in that round, such a quick round, and it just went in favor of CI perfectly. I mean, they were able to get that 2v1 situation, and they were set up to make that final kill. That is what mattered there. Once again, I'm in that broadcaster mode glitch, unfortunately, so I'm stuck on Fitzy, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'll be honest there, but, I mean, getting into this one, as you said before, such desperate rounds for both squads now, with really the congestion being pushed up a notch by Cruelty Incarnate. They do not want to lose this one. It's a 3v3 situation. I think another kill from Fitzy might come down here. It does. So that's giving them Cruelty Incarnate the advantage that they so desperately need.
They've got the numbers here, and they're going to be able to pick off the entire team and now go for this defuse. So now they're finally being able to go back over into this middle ground that we didn't see coming back from, you know, when this round first started at 0-0. So they've tied the scores up. It's going to be 4-4, and we're going to be seeing these next few rounds that are going to be incredibly interesting. Because you've got to keep in mind, they were up at one point a 3-0 lead over Cruelty Incarnate. So if either one of these teams closing it out, I mentioned that it was going to be a close game at the beginning. I didn't expect it to take this sort of twist in the end. But you know, let's see how the team of Cruelty Incarnate handle this now that they've tied up the scoreline. I want to jump on board with Stera because of the fact that he's got 9 kills, so he's going to be doing something right. But Volside is actually going to be poking on forward, which is, you know, quite interesting to see. You know, we have seen it time and time again, round after round, that he's got the bomb and he's actually the first one to jump over into where the enemies normally are. Now they have decided to possibly run it over. They get stuck over the doorway. 3 players trying to go over through the pipe here, which might make it a little bit of a blocked pipe. But either way, they're rotating over to this A bomb. Volside is already there, pushing forward, and I don't think any of the players from Abnormal really are expecting this one, especially since that first kill happened over on B. The bomb has been planted, and now in a 3-4 situation, the team of Abnormal need to react to make that a 2v4. Need to react to be able to pick off this round and not lose the lead that they've had this entire match.
Yeah, George the closest to it, trying to get some shots in there, not able to do so. Carry got taken down to make it into that 4v2 situation. Kazar making his rotations, going to encounter a couple of players here. Sees one, able to take him down. Another 2 behind him, doesn't see either of them, and then is finally destroyed there. George running out of ammo, still alive somehow, but finally getting shot in the head. And that is going to be the end of that round. And the comeback is real, ladies and gentlemen. Cruelty Incarnate got 2 rounds in a row there. Exactly what they needed. And now they are in the lead. 5 rounds to 4. Perfect plays all round. You were talking about Varsider and that aggressive push. The first one to jump as far as he could to the bomb. And then all of a sudden they were like, no, let's go around. No one's going to expect this rotation to A. And that was the case. It was the perfect play. I don't know who made that call, but it worked absolutely outstandingly.
Well, I mean, Volside was the one who actually pushed on forward ahead of his team to go over onto that bomb site with the bomb in hand. So I think it was a big input on that decision, of course, having that bomb. But now it's an important round for Abnormal because they need to either tie up the scoreline, force a round 11, or 4 defeated and go over into that 3rd place tiebreaker match. They're playing it a lot slower than what we're used to seeing. Rosie will take out the first kill. They're on Fitzy. Fitzy was actually the player over on the other side of the map. Keep no Kaza. Just to get the shots in here, we'll be able to take down Volside, who's actually on the top glass. There's, he will now rotate back over to the other bomb. He'll be able to pick off another kill, taking down Mott's. Now only 1 player left up. That is going to be Hystera, who does hit the 10 kill mark at the end. But now we're going to a round 11. It is 5-5. They were able to secure that round Abnormal. And now this is where the pressure is on. Now we're going to see who's going to take these attacking rounds, who's going to take this defensive round. And so far from what we've seen, I mean, some rounds the attacking round has been good for these teams, and other rounds it really hasn't. I really want to see the sort of plays that they're going to make because Abnormal, you know, they were on that attacking round just then. They were able to play things a little bit slower, but then they had a lot more flank players actually, you know, going along with it. Now we're going to be having the attacking team being Abnormal, defensive team being Cruelty Incarnate. We're going to have the attacking team going over to this B side. Now we've got Kaza with the bomb, and I do believe that he's going to be carrying me, actually going to be pushing on forward over into the L. Now Varsider was already there, pre-aiming down through the bottom of that B building, and now that was already a numbers advantage. Kaza with the bomb. You got the players from Cruelty Incarnate really just watching this one out, and with the bomb in hand, they're going to really make this tough decision. Do they want to rotate over to this A bomb, where one of the players I do want to know is actually checking that out, or do they want to go over to the B side? We do have the kills there from Rosie as he picks off a double kill, taking down Varsider, and Hysteria makes it into a 3v2. So already Cruelty Incarnate, they've lost the numbers, and now really the round should be Abnormals if you just play on numbers.
That's certainly the case, and there was a moment there where Motts was in the big position to make a much needed play, but it wasn't going to happen. He got shut down from behind there. That means that's the end of it. That is going to be Abnormal going into the grand final here, so Cruelty Incarnate playing for 3rd place. I mean, that's a strange turn of events in that round, as all of a sudden Abnormal just got 2 much needed kills and Fitzy was by himself, and that was the perfect position to just play it safe and get that final kill cam. 1 player hunting, the other 2 defending the bomb area, and it was enough. It was just the right amount of killing there to be able to get that W. So that, as I said, is going to be 2-1 in favor of abnormal, so they're going to go through.
Yeah, and I mean that game, that two-piece at the end, that final round really won them the game there. And actually see Rosie, he was doing a lot of that as well. He got those double-digit kills. He got 12 kills for himself, and then he was able, his teammate Kazza, 10 kills with 3 plants. So they really did a good job there in terms of that slaying for themselves personally. But I really do think that double kill by Rosie at the sort of middle area of that round really won them that play and that aggressive stance. That when it was just Fitzy and Mots, I mean, one player dropped and it was 1v3. They couldn't really do too much, and that is going to be the series wrapped up. Abnormal take it out 2-1, advancing into the grand final of the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series midweek number 5. Of course, they will play the winner of Integral Rebellion and the Faction AU, who I will check this right now live on stream. Let's see what map they are on. Pre-game lobby. Okay, that is not very helpful, but hopefully they've at least finished the first map, going into the second one soon. Of course, the menus can be fairly delayed, but they will play the winner. Cruelty Incarnate will drop off into the bronze match, where they will play the loser of Integral Rebellion and the Faction AU. So we'll see if we can get into the other semi-finals match if they haven't started the next map. If not, we'll take a short break and wait for the grand final to start on up. But don't go anywhere, because we have more action coming up next, once again in the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Championship Series midweek number 5.